Tom, it's about 2 weeks since you've arrived. How have you found it so far? 2 games in, 1 win and 1 loss for Huddersfield.
Yeah, it's definitely been a crazy couple of weeks. Certainly arrived at a time when there's a lot going on at the club, and I guess I'm not the only one who's been adjusting to a few new changes. So in that respect, it's been okay. The boys have made me feel right at home, and I've enjoyed the time and playing games straight away as well.
And you're from Bondi, you were living in DY, and now you're in Huddersfield. Obviously, sunny Yorkshire weather at the moment. How have you adapted to that from beach life to?
I was fortunate. I was pretty fortunate. Like I said, those two spots where I was from, Bondi and living at DY, is not too bad. But I guess the weather's a change here. But at the same time, I've got plenty of good opportunities and different lifestyles and good spots to see while I'm here. So I think I'll make the most of it.
You had a bit of interest from some other clubs as well. I think St Helens were mentioned. Why did you choose Huddersfield?
I think I'd had contact from Huddersfield a couple of times over my career, and I guess being at a club where they were super keen to get you is definitely a big factor. I've spoken to a couple of boys about the move to Super League in general, and it was definitely something that I'd wanted to do. It was just a matter of when it was going to happen. The opportunity came up, and I had some good chats with the guys here at Huddersfield. Obviously, Paul's no longer here, but also the Richard, he had a big say. I guess coming over, the club's had a strong history and had a lot of success the last decade. So trying to help the boys get back on track and turn things around is probably a big motivator.
Yeah, the club was obviously in the top 4 last year. Bit of a struggle this year. Middle eight's coming up, and the threat of relegation, as someone explained the middle eight's concept to you, how it works and the million-pound game and all that.
Yeah, I certainly got my head around that when I was looking into coming over, and in a way, it's it's not a situation any club wants to be in, but in a way, it's something to get us motivated. Make sure most games are you're playing for something, and certainly 1 through 16, every game you pretty much got something on the line. So in that sense, the last part of the season is going to really mean something. We're going to have to play good footy and be motivated. So certainly going to keep us on track, and hopefully we'll do our best to stay up.
And yourself, you've been a bit of a utility in your career. You've played lock in the second row, centre, even in the halves.
Yeah.
You got a preference or a jumper you want to sort of stick your name to?
I'd be happy to play in the second row. I think probably suits me the best at this stage of my career. I've played the most footy there the last few years, so I'm pretty comfortable with my role. But if I'm chucked in to play 5'8" or play lock in the middle or whatever, even centre, I've done that a few times. So it's not something I'd be afraid to do. But yeah, preference would probably be on the edge there.
And a big game tomorrow night. Huddersfield, obviously top of the table. What are you expecting from them?
They're definitely travelling on really nicely. They're up there for a reason. They're defending quite well, and in attack as well. They're throwing a lot of us. So we're definitely going to have to be on our game if we want to match it with them. We're going to have to improve a lot from last week's performance. But like I said, we've got a few changes at the club and a new focus on finishing the season well. So we should rock up, well and truly motivated for the game.
And obviously they've got a massive forward pack. A few guys you would have played against in Gareth Ellis and Frank Pritchard, Sycamore, Minicello. So it's going to be pretty brutal around the ruck.
There's plenty of familiar faces actually at Hull. They do have a big pack. But, it's just something we're going to have to match. We've got our own strengths, and their pack's something we're going to have to control. But if we do that well, we're going to be able to use the footy, and we've got some strike as well. So I think we'll be okay.